welcome to the podcast Memelords versus Warudo, where last time we talked nostalgia. So you must think, the only logical way is this is nostalgia episode 2. Haha, no.
It's lit.
Yes, it's lit.
I thought you needed an ad lib right there.
Let's get it!
Third time trying to film this intro, by the way.
Yeah.
It's been going, like,
It hasn't been going too well.
Today
is just not our day.
I can't wait for the blooper reel.
Yeah.
I can't wait to. Oh, it's gonna be so silly.
Hello, my name is Zafar. I come from Afar. I have a bomb in my car. The Akbar. I'm Owen.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, wait. That was mean. Oh, Christ. It's the extreme. Like the 100 to 0 for me.
You mean Shrek and Batman's relationship?
Sir.
No, that's 0 to 100. What do you mean?
That's 0 to 1,000.
Okay, editor, just put the picture we're talking about like right here.
Put it on right now. Look at Sonic in his fucking stomach.
Actually, it wouldn't be in his stomach, you dumbass. It'd be in the womb.
Actually,
I don't care. It's in that area.
so wait, does that mean Shrek has a uterus then?
I mean,
Sure.
all humans
I think
technically
he
have
kind
those.
of has to.
Man, this is like an onion. It has a lot of layers.
He's carrying Sonic. I think he has a uterus.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Don't
all
judge.
guys have uteruses.
No,
Most of them are inactive.
What's your source?
Wikipedia.
Go.
Duck duck. Ooh, Yahoo.
Bing.
Yahoo Answers.
Fuck, it'd be like Bing. It'd be like the scummiest type. Oh my god.
I know a certain guy who uses Bing. Not gonna name any names in this chat though. Suda.
Shut up. I only use it because it's the only browser I want to deal with. Telling another one.
Oh yeah, because it's so hard to put in https // google.ca.
Don't
Yes, it very is.
worry about it.
Okay, can the rest of you assholes introduce yourselves?
If it works, it works.
One of these days, Suited is gonna be looking up something like the evolution of a bug, and then he would find that one fucking cursed hentai.
You know, if that happens, I'm posting it to the chat. And you will go through the same emotions with me.
Only if we do a sit-down review of SpongeBob SquareNuts will I agree to this.
I'm not watching the full video. Fuck you, but sure. My gay confidence will not let me watch it in full. It will not, and I promise you, it will not. My gay side, whatever
Yes,
part,
we're
like
still
the
wrong.
whole gay of me, is not gonna let me watch it.
Alright, we procrastinated enough. Can we introduce the rest of ourselves, please?
For real, we've gotten distracted enough. We got past the 30-second mark. We can start now. Go on.
I thought I was. Oh no.
Fuck.
Oh well.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is why we can't have a decent podcast.
Hey, what do you mean? The first two were excellent.
Until we started
yeah.
talking.
Oh jeez.
Jesus.
Until we started talking over each other, I'm calling us out.
Man, we're self-canceling already? Holy shit.
Hell yeah. If we cancel ourselves first, no one else can.
Shit, you're right.
Got meta AF.
We've gone very meta.
Man, it's so meta.
Too meta. This is more meta than Red Eyes Dragoon.
This is more meta than the Smash Bros. Meta.
Bro, this is more meta than people spamming PK Thunder.
Stop.
Sir.
This is more meta than
I'm
Ziggy
gonna
Club.
politely ask you to take that phrase back.
I'm not wrong though. Why are
No,
you
I know
bullying
you're
me? I'm
not.
right.
That's it. We're gonna dox him for using Bing now.
Yeah, dude, stop using Bing.
They probably will dox me like, Bing, what are you? Gay? Like, huh?
Well.
What if they come at me like, what are you, straight? I'd be like, sir?
Only true Chads use
A
Bing.
half pipe.
I don't know what a half pipe is, but I'm gonna agree.
And you claim to be a skater boy that you said noi me noi me noi.
I didn't say Manoy, but I can.
Actually, technically, you just did.
Yeah, you fallen right into my
Shut up.
trap.
Jeez.
You fool, you fallen for one of the
The
classic
trap
blunders.
card. How could have I fallen for that trap card?
How could this happen to me?
In the arms of, I don't know, like a fucking gay angel or something. Do gays have angels?
No.
Is there a
Apparently.
gay angel?
Listen, that's an ethical debate for a different day.
We have demons beside us, anyways.
Oh, you have demons beside you. Does this include little Nas X?
According to Christians.
Listen, I mean, that happened during COVID, so, like, it could count.
Which, by the way, I love that video and I love that song. It's such a good song.
It's a good song. I don't know how I feel about the music video. I like the fact that
I just don't give a flying fuck. Stop trying to... We're about to get into another fucking snowflake chat, aren't we?
Oh, I just realized, Suda and Ark has yet to introduce themselves. We keep getting off the fucking topic.
We gotta start the topics. Okay, Ark. Sorry.
Okay, dead meme incoming. You know the way. My name is Ile.
Ile.
Guys, Ark, what's going on?
That's it. I'm photoshopping your face over Uganda Knuckles now.
Do it. I want to see that. You gotta post it in the chat when it's done.
I'd love that. It'd be amazing. Do it.
or just like make his character's face look like you got a Knuckles clicking.
Ile.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, gamers.
Hell yeah. It's your boy. Just vibing, you know, as always.
Can you
Always
stop
having a good
vibing?
time.
Like fuck.
Suda. No.
Listen, the day he stops vibing is the day this podcast goes downhill.
Actually, the day that
Or when the Jews get us, one of the two.
goes up sober.
That'll be the downfall. The downfall of Memelords versus Warudo.
Yep. Or, you know, the day JoJo memes become unpopular. That could also be a downfall.
Yeah. That'll probably be the downfall.
Yeah, that'll definitely be the downfall. Nothing we say or do is just if JoJo memes stop becoming popular. Alright. I'm about to ask the burning question on everybody's tip of their penis. How has your year been? How has this last year been with COVID-19 for you assholes?
Literally the exact same as 2019.
You mean 2020?
Maybe even.
He's basically saying that his life is not affected whatsoever.
Oh, okay, I got you.
If anything, it may have gotten better because I didn't have to deal with some of the dumbasses at my school.
Wow.
Hey, that is an improvement. I work with the public.
Ew.
And it fucking sucks.
Imagine working with public.
It do suck.
Yeah. Oh.
And calm down, Kirkus.
It's so frustrating to like work and like have to deal with people in this. Oh my gosh.
It's so frustrating to actually have to do my job.
I don't know. I enjoy the job. I genuinely enjoy the job.
It's the people.
Some of the dumbass people that like get on my nerves.
Why do you think he always has to be stoned?
Wait, no, I'm gonna save it for later. I'll save it for later. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we'll save that for the main event.
Yeah.
The main event's gonna be guidelines and stupid people.
Oh, I thought the main event was gonna be EDP 445.
Okay, since you're so wanting to talk about him, you can go on a slight tangent here.
Alright. It all makes sense now, guys. EDP 445. Do the math. 4 plus 4 plus 5 equals 13. He was caught talking to a 13-year-old. I rest my case.
Oh.
Um,
Alright.
No, it adds up.
I also found out what EDP 445 really means. Entered that prison for 45 years.
with how many kids? No, wait. How many? He only talked to one kid, right?
Yeah,
did
it
he
was,
talk
only,
to
it
more?
was it was only one, and there's like barely any evidence about it, but the internet blew it up.
Huh. But there's
Hmm.
still evidence. So.
There's none that's really known other than that I'm aware of. I don't really follow it other than the memes. Other than the person's word.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
pictures.
actually, this brings up a fair point, though.
I think there was stuff that came out. Like there was actual receipts that came out.
Yes.
What Charlie's video about the case worsening was about.
Well, I mean, EDP himself made a video saying he'd never do something stupid to get in trouble with the cops. Now look at him.
Well,
That one didn't age quite too well.
Now, was that my voice in the voice clips? Yeah. Am I a pedophile? Fuck no.
That one didn't age quite so well.
Yeah, not really.
All right. Well, actually, this kind of fits in because as we are in hard times, notice how almost everybody's either getting accused of something or like what have you, and getting canceled and/or Me Too'd.
Yeah. Like everyone, it's like left and right. With just let alone with YouTubers, it's left and right. It's been left and right for like the longest time. Holy.
I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm going crazy, but it really kind of picked up with COVID, though. I find.
It's probably
Yeah, you feel like that, yeah.
no, it definitely does.
Like, has COVID helped cancel culture? And like exposing people?
Probably
Yeah,
because
like a
everyone's
lot.
everyone's in their room on Twitter all day.
There's their first mistake.
Yeah.
Bruh, I was in my room all day since before COVID. I was about to send
TikTok
that
and
exact
Twitter.
same. I was about to take that exact same fucking picture and send that to the.
Oh, that picture, yeah.
Yeah. Wrong emoji in the front.
Jesus, not the right time. Or
Nope.
I guess kind of the right time. Anyways,
I mean,
no,
it did
it's-
happen. Actually, technically, this is the right time. This happened apparently during COVID, and look at him. He's not wearing a fucking mask.
Wait, what the fuck are we talking about? I just zoned out for a second.
EDP.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a
Introduction.
We're not. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
We'll get to that a little later.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's. I think with people having so much time on their hands that they're like, now that they don't have to work at the moment and shit like that, like everyone's just like going
Bums.
after everyone. Everyone's digging into everyone's past and shit.
Like,
Because it seems like it gives them like melatonin to like call people out. That's how I see it.
yeah. Oh yeah, stuff like they found like years ago and they dig it up and like, oh, you did this and yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Why?
you could maybe, I don't know, put your social media on private, then only people who follow you have access to that shit. Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just small suggestion. Might help you out.
Or, the first way to combat cancel culture is just not give a fuck.
For real, they lose all their power as soon as the person they're trying to cancel doesn't care.
They really do though. Like as soon as the person just like continues uploading, it loses all meaning.
I mean, Eminem's a good example of that.
Yeah.
That's
They
an
really
awfully
hit
hot
the
coffee
wall.
pot.
Yeah.
That's
For real.
That's an awfully hot coffee
Let me
pot.
pour it on Donald Trump, see if it leaves a mark.
Holy.
Ooh, mama.
Zooey
I've
mama.
never heard the rest of his freestyle diss track that's like 20-minute song on Donald Trump.
I'd rather not. That's too long.
I was just about to say.
I don't know how long it actually was, but he did do like a full-on, like pretty.
Man, what is this? A World Star Hip Hop video?
Yes, it was.
Oh shit. World Star.
Well, I think that's the first time anyone's ever heard Suda say that.
What?
Say what? What did I say?
It's too long for me.
Stop.
Sir, not.
My name is Reggie and my body was not ready.
Here we go again.
Ah, shit.
Oy.
You were supposed to follow the damn train, CJ.
I'm just having the dope meme.
Just hit me up with that ketamine and I'll be good to go, baby. Man, that's exclusively my COVID diet.
I mean, y'all telling me next time we chill at Suda's house, y'all don't want to go to McDonald's and order the Big Smoke's order for all of us?
Well, all of us, each one has the same order, like,
No.
No,
Holy
like,
shit.
like we share the order, obviously. We're not all
That's
gonna
like
have an
big order,
individual
God.
Big Smoke order.
I have a feeling at number 9 at McDonald's would be something stupid like a Filet-O-Fish.
Actually, I'm gonna look up what it would be. I'm gonna look up what it would be.
Maybe the McLobster. Mm.
Rib.
Yeah. Let's say that.
If only.
Careful. So, I don't think we said the topics yet.
Well,
COVID.
the main like 2 talking points, which we'll get into probably a little later, because really this is just going to be exchanging stories pretty much, and just how life has been. But the main thing is how the economy's everything seems to be getting more expensive, even though we're not better off, and the idiots who don't want to follow guidelines and shit. Those are going to be like the real 2 big talking points today, and for this episode.
Which I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
The second one, and I'm sure Ark does too.
No, I got a few things to say too.
Yeah, actually, because you were working.
I was in retail for a time too.
Yeah, you were in retail. That's right.
Except, I was at the greatest place to work.
McDonald's does not have a number 45, but their number 9 is their McWrap.
Oh, okay.
Their number 7 is their grilled chicken sandwich.
Hey, so far so good.
Ooh,
Their number 6 is the bacon clubhouse chicken.
Ooh.
okay.
And I'm pretty sure the order was 2 number 9s, number 9 large, and number 6 extra dip, and number 7 2 number 45s, 1 2 large soda. So yeah, there's
Worst case, we'll just get a 4 and a 5.
which would be a quarter pounder deluxe and a double quarter pounder with cheese meal.
There you go.
Holy shit.
Heck yeah, gamers.
And then 90% of that
that'll
meal
be
is
a
still
meal.
soda.
That's gonna be a meal. Holy crap.
What do you mean? That's just a snack.
That's gonna be a whole ass freaking buffet.
Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit, that's gonna be a lot of fries. Oh my
That
God.
right there.
Oh my gosh. I feel like Suda would just eat all the fries, leaving us with the burgers.
Yeah, give me enough milk.
He'd literally
Give me like one of the wraps. Give me one of the wraps.
he'd literally be sitting in a corner like Gollum.
Okay, y'all were talking at the same time. What'd you say, man?
You'd be like Gollum in a corner. My precious.
Yeah. What'd you say, Owen?
Suda would just be in the corner with his fries, one singular wrap, and a soda, eating it all down.
Both of y'all said the same thing. Y'all know me so well.
Years of experience, buddy.
Jeez. Oh Christ.
He would even make sure that he's wearing nothing but his underwear with most of his hair burnt off.
I'm not burning my hair. You're funny, sir.
What happened to him? It was a weed accident.
Is the golden roll white or
White? White? That's offensive.
Whoa, buddy, do you want to restart that phrase?
I said right or wrong. I wanted to say right or wrong, but I said white.
How'd you say?
Listen, I'm not saying supremacy's a thing, but you can't say I'm wrong.
Alright, you want your
Can't
fries
correct
white or
me.
black?
Jeez.
I got black, I got white, what you want?
Your privilege.
I'll get back to you at a later date.
I. Alright, so.
Any whore.
So. You boys got some COVID horror stories to tell?
Well,
No.
it seems like every time I go to town, and like you guys know what I'm talking about, like big town. We're not saying any names, but like the big
Yeah.
town, an hour away.
The big town about 75 clicks from where we are.
Yeah.
Just say the city, considering it's a city.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Sure,
pretty
city.
city, but it's a city.
In the city. Anyways, it seemed like for a while, every time I was going there, and I would come back, like a few days later, there would be cases in the city, not those specific areas, but still in the city. It's like,
Yeah.
like a
Just don't go
tad
into that.
stressful,
Well-
a tad anxious.
I mean, try living there, like, for a time, because I lived there for a time, and it was, like, it was brutal. Like, you'd go out somewhere, and then it'd be like,
really anxious.
oh yeah, by the way, there's like 15 cases found here. Fuck, was I there? Like, was I there in that, like, that span of time? Like, do I gotta get myself checked? Like,
Really, though.
it got to the point where literally,
Get myself tested either way.
literally, it was, like, skip the dishes and only going out to the grocery store. That's it. And work. Only time I ever left the house.
That had to have been like really nerve-wracking, like seriously. Holy shit.
It didn't help.
No, probably not.
Get home and I just want to hide.
Yeah, jeez.
Hide and play your Wii.
Yeah. Play my Wii. That I don't even have anymore.
Took the Wii and the kids.
Which game on the way?
Any.
Oh, did that?
Whatever was in the Wii 9 times out of 10.
That happened to his Super Mario Sports Mix.
Really?
Oh yeah, he got that game and then he just...
I need to double check that wasn't in the fucking Wii when I moved out, because if it was, I don't have that anymore.
Wait,
never thought to double check
They
that.
took it?
Fuck. I don't know.
They took it. They took the Wii.
Oh!
I don't know what was in the Wii at the time. I don't think it was, but I don't know.
Not. I hope it's not.
It was probably Wii Sports, knowing...
Yeah, it was probably Wii Sports or fucking Mario Kart. I should be safe.
Wow.
Never thought to check that.
Or
Shit.
like Wheel of Fortune. They liked that
Yeah,
game a lot.
yeah. Oh well. 'Twas the past.
The closest thing to a COVID horror story I have was one time at a Walmart. This fat bitch on a mobility scooter came up, like hit me like directly in front of me when I was like my side when I was trying to just figure out which bell pepper wasn't bruised. And then had the nerve to yell at me when I was on the right way of the arrows and they were on the wrong way of the arrows.
Oof. Oh. I hate that so much. Like, I don't care, but at the same time, I just want to, like...
Listen,
back at them.
listen. The amount of times I've wanted to punch people in the face in public since this has all started.
I just would be like, hey, you want to look down, like, 5 inches? And see the arrows, maybe?
Bro, they ain't got no neck. They can't look down.
Also, depending how fat they are, their belly might block.
The mobility scooter's blocking it.
Listen, all I'm saying is I bet you when EDP looks down, probably can't see his own dick.
I mean, if you listen to him, it's like 25 inches.
Yeah, okay!
Okay, sir.
Hey,
Whoa.
hear the correct way?
The man
I don't know where you got that information.
I'm-
Like,
I'm sorry, but
He's done weird. He said weird shit in this video.
I'm sorry, but
There is a video that is hilarious because of how poorly it aged.
I'm sorry,
no.
but like you cannot sit here and say you have a 25-inch schlong because A, that would fit no girl whatsoever, and B, you're fucking lying. It means you probably got a 2-inch, you're 1-inch wonder, baby.
Which wonder, living indicator.
Yeah. Hey, I used to call a guy that in college.
Millimeter
I'm just glad I didn't go to school during COVID. That would've been rough.
Really though, I'm glad about that too.
That's something
Holy shit.
About the going like to school during this time. That's like kind of annoying. Well, it's somewhat annoying. I mean, it's
I think it's stupid that they kept it open.
That yeah, I've got to say,
yeah.
I disagree that they kept it open. There are a lot more ways that they could have
No.
done something, and also I'm glad I didn't grow up in COVID. Like, or not that, but I didn't graduate in COVID.
Or even go to school during COVID.
Yeah, like I feel bad for y'all having to deal with school through this like that.
It's bullshit.
It sucks because there goes your childhood in a way, you know. Half of it's like
times were simpler back when me and Suda were in high school.
Well, even Arc, like when we
True, and Arc.
chilled in high school too, like that was a good time.
Listen, I'm not saying all we did was hog a part of the library and play Smash Bros at lunch, but I'm also not saying that we didn't.
You can't prove it.
No, and I completely disagree with the government standing on opening schools because as we've heard, schools have been a cesspool for COVID-19 fucking outbreaks.
That and it's kids. If we're thinking about kids' future, like keeping schools open is absolutely not it.
No. They'd learn more actually applying themselves at home or something than they are risking quote unquote not even really quote unquote risking their well-being to go to a fucking place that barely teaches you enough shit to survive life anyway.
Yeah, like if you're gonna I was thinking like if they're gonna keep school open, at least make the guidelines a bit more harsher to actually keep the kids safe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe if they really do need to go to school and they don't have anything like to work like with homework on at home, you know what I mean? At least make it a bit harsher, but like god damn, they really don't seem to care that much.
They really don't.
No, they don't. Like,
and it's frustrating.
No, it is. It is frustrating because, I mean, not every kid's gonna know what the fuck's going on or how the fuck to react to a certain thing.
4, 3.
Really though. Because they went from like, they went from going to school, like everyone's at school, the no mask, it's all chill, to this, where there's half everyone and everyone's faces are covered. It's like a shock to the system almost.
Well, I mean, hell, I'll go to a grocery store and I'll get recognized and I'll be like, wait, who the hell are you?
Sometimes I'm the same way. I'm like, wait a minute.
I recognize. I know the voice, but like.
Yeah. Other than that,
the name to a voice face.
Yeah.
Depending the person. There's very few people with recognizable enough voices.
Morgan Freeman.
Hell yeah.
I would listen to any audiobook with Morgan Freeman. It could be Catcher in the Rye, and I would listen to that shit intently. Morgan Freeman narrated it.
I'm sorry, it's gonna be the Book of Negroes because you'll have to write a 15-page essay on it.
I don't. That's hard English. I'm in easy English.
I hated that.
Taken easy English when I was in school.
Really though,
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, but you can't do. You have to take hard if you want to go to university.
Good thing I never wanted to.
Though. There was no reason for me to take it.
No, I never even wanted to go to university. That's why I didn't take it. That and the teacher just had a personal vendetta against me.
But it was just such a bad idea.
It was.
Mistakes
were made.
What?
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. No, I sat in my old car today, my Pontiac.
Ooh, throwback.
Wish
I could sit in my car.
Sat in it? Yeah, really though, you're old, your Saturn.
Saturn or my Mitsubishi.
What do you mean? What's up with your Mitsubishi?
Still in the garage.
Oh my god, is it?
I have not. I ordered the parts. I ordered the parts. They're not in yet. She gonna look pretty. hopefully.
Wait, what else are you getting fixed? Oh, that's right, because you hit a raccoon.
Porcupine.
Forgot about that.
But yeah.
Or
I need to get the bumper cover replaced, which I ordered. The windshield tank. There's a cover for the belts and pulleys, and the splash shield. That's all I have to replace.
How
So,
much did it cost?
splash shield and the bumper cost me $280. The splash shield and the cover is gonna cost me $180 when I get them, and then service will cost me about $350.
Jesus Christ, man, that's rough.
But he has to paint the bumper. That's why it's so much.
Oh, okay. That's rough, man. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry you have to deal with that.
Fucking plastic curse.
Really though. Jesus. Anyways, I was sitting in my Pontiac, and like just the difference between both, man. Like,
No.
holy shit.
I mean, I even find that when I drive like my parents' car compared to mine. I'm like,
Probably. But like just going from my Pontiac, it's like so small compared to the Mitsubishi.
a lot of room in the
Holy
Lancer.
crap.
A lot of room in the Lancer. Very underrated.
There's room. It's less cramped. I felt so like cramped in my Pontiac, and it's just a whole different feel. Like, cause none of my windows are tinted either. So like in my Lancer, it's all like gloomy, not gloomy, but like dark, and it's like nice. In the Pontiac, I'm so exposed.
There's a metaphor. There's a metaphor for anxiety somewhere there.
So, somewhere's there, yeah. I'm not sure where, but somewhere's.
Somewhere.
So like going from my car to like whenever I'm driving around with mom, it's like okay, I need to like adjust for a second.
just let me spread eagle here real quick.
Yeah, like people can actually see me now. Like wait, hold up.
Let me just get my headphones and listen to My Chemical Romance and put my my hood up.
Christ. Oh shit, man.
The kitty cat headphones?
Yeah, it's kitty cat headphones
Hell yeah,
specifically.
of course.
Epic Gamer headphones.
Wait, Ark, what's your story for this year or COVID?
I'm trying to remember what it was now. I have quite a few. I'm just trying to pick
Okay.
one.
I feel like this one involves GameStop.
Is it going to involve carts?
I just don't know how would I explain this without like explaining it too much?
Oh boys.
Or say it without explaining it too much. Like this is one that happened at work, but I don't know how to say it.
Oh, is it your old work?
No, like where we're at now. There.
Really?
Listen, at our old work, they still don't give a fuck.
Really? Okay.
I'll put it this way: you still have to have a cart per customer, even if you're in the same household, which is retarded.
Wait, are you
Oh,
still
yeah.
are you still working there? Or are you working there, Moonman?
No, like where me and Ark both came from. Before he went to where he is now, before I moved on to my other public job.
Yeah.
Before my
Yeah, okay.
brief time in the city.
Yeah.
So wait, I was just gonna I'm doing my job at the place we're at right now, right?
Being a bitch, we
This
get it.
guy refuses to take one of the the cars. Anyways, refuses to take the cart. I go try to talk to him and like ask him why he didn't take one or whatever it is, like that he doesn't need one. I say, yeah, you do need one. He says, I explain to him why he needs one, right?
Yeah.
And he says, well, you don't know how to count, and I almost when I turned around, he said, you don't know how to count. I almost turned around and said, "What, you fucking illiterate?" The sign says at the entrance what you have to do, and I almost tell them, "What, you fucking illiterate?"
Yeah, you say that.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the times where, like, you could go into the grocery store for, like, a loaf of bread and didn't need a cart, but, like, I also understand why they do it.
Yeah.
I'm not...
That's crazy, man. Oh, if only you could have said that. That would have been so nice
I would
to say.
have probably got fired,
Holy
but
shit. Oh, definitely. Probably, but, like, still would have been nice to say.
Probably be safer for you to lose your job.
It's getting to the point where I'm starting to debate bringing in, y'all know those, like, Halloween pipe things that come with, like, those plastic pipes at the dollar store and stuff like that?
What is that again?
You know those like dollar store Halloween weapons they sell, where it's like in the black pipe thing in it?
Oh, the scythe? Like a scythe?
Yeah, like those sides or like those
Yeah.
Satan tridents
Okay.
and stuff like that. It's getting to the point where I'm debating just bringing one of those black pipe things, jumping in the shopping cart and rowing down the aisles like that. If I need a cart for a loaf of bread,
You totally should. Fuck it, just do it.
just don't kick me out of your store.
Yeah.
Price check. There's an idiot in aisle 3. Can somebody go retrieve him? Oh, sounds like Owen.
If I get called one day and I see one of y'all in the cart,
With the pipe just like going down the aisle. Pseudo, what are you doing, Owen? I'm looking for bread.
I'm off to see the wizard.
You know, Pseudo wouldn't even be mad. Tell me where the bread is.
oh, I totally would. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm gonna push you around. We'll go to the bread.
We'll go get all the bread.
You overestimate your strength there, Pseudo.
Funny. you underestimate me.
You overestimate.
Well, I remember. I was just about to say, can somebody please put a Star Wars reference in there? Thank you, Ark.
How epic would be Anakin Skywalker with like no arms, no legs, getting a boner, spitting on his dick like a Beyblade, trying to attack Obi-Wan.
Stop.
What was that phrase? Where do you attach the string?
You put the ripcord up his ass.
The ripcord going in the butt.
In between the booty cheeks.
Oh my Christ.
He's a baby.
Baby. Oh my Christ, man.
Listen, it's all over. He had the high ground.
He always had the high ground.
Bro, I'm waiting for
He attack, he protect, but most of all, he has the high ground.
I'm waiting for the version of Romeo and Juliet where Romeo is like down at the bottom talking to Juliet, and Juliet not being stupid, not being deaf, hears something just says, "It's over, Romeo. I have high ground."
Oh.
Hell yeah, need to go remake Romeo and Juliet real quick.
And then they have an epic lightsaber duel.
Hey, whoa, you can't sing that. We'll get fucking copyright striked.
Yeah, like
What?
Hell yeah, Cantina band. Hell yeah, nobody will copyright us for the Cantina band. Shout out to one of my Discord friends playing the true antithesis of COVID. He's playing Resident Evil 7. It's what it's like.
Yes.
Sorry.
The best game to play during the pandemic was Plague Inc.
Her too.
It really is.
Why would you want to play a game where you destroy the world with the disease when that's already fucking happening, it seems?
We're playing it IRL.
It became more than a game.
No, we're in a Smosh Blank for Real segment.
Really are.
Man, remember old Smosh?
I miss the old Smosh. The get a lot of life Smosh. I hate the new Smosh.
I think everybody
Do y'all
hates New
remember
Smosh.
their intros, like their first few intros.
Where they
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like that's for nostalgia part 2. This is COVID.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. My bad.
It's okay.
Is it bad that I asked my parents to get me something? They didn't want to get me it for school.
Wow, that doesn't surprise me.
Like I wanted to get a top hat, and I wanted to super glue pool noodles on each end of the top hat. And if someone were to get hit by it, they're too close.
I can absolutely understand why they didn't allow you to do that.
I mean, it's a genius idea, but like...
But...
However,
you'll always have the high ground now.
Always. Every time.
that moment when the kid in the wheelchair is standing on his wheelchair and yelling he has the high ground.
Oof. Oof.
It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. It's all funny games till the wheelchair-bound kid's tired of your sit and stands up.
How do you even react to that? I think I would just be like all googly-eyed and stuff. I'd be like, excuse me.
I'd be like, hashtag exposed, you fake cripple.
Oh Christ. Oh no, I can't say their name, but at Seagull, the Moon Man will get that reference. At the Seagull from school.
Ah, I get it.
We'll have to tell you that after. Fuck. Actually, y'all might know. Y'all might know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Listen. So, what have you assholes been doing to entertain yourself during quarantines and COVID?
Let's just say I completed Pornhub twice.
Oh.
So that's why the dog's afraid of you.
What? That shit! That's too far even from this. What the fuck?
Holy
Man, the rest of our
that's
energy,
spicy.
everyone else's energy was at a 6, and then Moon Man's like, okay, I'm turning up to 11.
It's the great.
Really went there, goddamn.
It was the epic gamer move, damn it.
It really was, holy, I don't know where that energy came from.
No, but for real, I have been doing nothing but playing a bunch of random games.
Like at least 20 hentai simulators. At least.
Oh.
I've only played one, and that is Honey Pop.
Bullshit.
Holy.
Show me that search history. You won't.
I know what incognito mode is. I'm not stupid.
Oh, yeah, okay, mister. I didn't know what incognito mode was about a month ago.
Yeah, I still don't know how to open it. But I know what it is.
So the amount of My Little Pony porn.
I hope the fuck not, Moon Man. Excuse me, sir.
Man, don't tell them where my jars are, God.
Okay.
Listen.
Just think.
Listen, we can talk about quality pornos in quarantine. It's okay.
But not square nuts.
I knew that was coming. And it was either gonna be me bringing it up or somebody else.
No.
Pseudo will forever be haunted because I told him to look up the intro to it, and then he decided to watch until he saw a penis.
It was a very bad idea.
I told him just to watch the intro. He decided to go further. You did this to yourself.
Right, I said fuck it, I'm gonna watch it until I don't want to, and I absolutely regret it.
Immediately, when, the part that's supposed to be pleasuresome comes on. Nope, no, so much nope. Well, duh. Listen, the most erotic movie I've seen during quarantine has to be 50 Shades of Grey. Come on.
Okay, but can we talk about that scene?
Oh, you mean the butt scene?
The butt
My favorite scene?
Are we still talking about SpongeBob SquareNuts, or?
Nope.
We're talking about 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Good, don't. Although we should show you that one.
I almost read the book in middle school.
Oh, how do you do that?
Wait, middle school?
Oh yeah, they had the books in middle school.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch the 50 Shades of Grey book because God knows how crusty and sticky the pages are.
That's
why I didn't.
Yeah, I would just read it.
Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't read the book. I couldn't open it.
Oh.
This is where the editor probably adds in that fucking used anime wow fucking thing. Guaranteed.
Wow. Winks.
Winky face. So, Ark, what have you done to entertain yourself other than work during these hard times?
Like on my off days, I'm usually
Jerking off.
playing games, listening to music. Sometimes I'll read a few books.
Only manga because his reading level's about a 3.
That's me.
Probably, yeah, okay. And also, like, something that I haven't done in a while when I started, like, picking it up again was just, like, building Legos and stuff. This is something to, like, do and, like, keeps your mind off of things for a while.
Lego fleshlight.
Oh, think about that. I don't even want to think about that.
Wait, stepping on a Lego with your fucking dick.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Why would you stick your dick in?
Okay.
So how would a Lego flashlight work?
Flashlight? Lego flashlight wouldn't work.
I'm gonna be right back. I need the bathroom.
He never came back.
In my bathroom, you
you're
mean play Pokemon.
Sir!
He's going to play Moemon? Ooh. Epic gamer move.
He's going to play Moemon in that closet that he calls his bathroom.
Ooh. Well, he'll have to come out someday.
Again?
I've been playing a lot of video games and watching some TV.
Fuck watching TV in 2021.
Streaming services.
Ah, fair.
Yeah.
Brazzers Unlimited,
Excuse me, what?
Getting that, all that good Johnny Sins action.
Oh boy.
Have y'all seen the Johnny Sins anime intro?
Wait, yes, what?
The Johnny Sins anime intro.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's going in the chat. I might play that. I might play that during this bit. We'll see. Depends if we'll get hit with copyright. Yeah.
They might get copyrighted. They use actual anime music.
I wouldn't use the audio. I'd just use the video.
Fair.
Big brain move. No, watching a lot of YouTube. Doing this epic podcast. Drinking some proper 12. Actually, right now I have water, so not as exciting as it could be. Any games you all would recommend during quarantine?
Any problem?
Okay, serious answers only.
Genshin Impact.
What?
Genshin Impact.
That sounds like a hentai game.
It actually isn't.
I was gonna mention the game that I started picking up. Well, again, once this new update happened was World of Tanks.
World of Tanks.
World of Tanks, yeah. What else have I been playing? I've been playing a bit of quite a bit of Halo actually. From the Master Chief Collection and whatnot. And then,
I played a little bit of the Master Shake collection.
yeah. Kinda still waiting for Halo Infinite, but God knows if that's ever gonna release or do anything with it.
Sending an epic meme your guys' way.
Okay. Let's see what it is. Inside joke, yep. Wait, are we still on the topic about like guidelines and stuff, or the first part? Yeah. No, wait, no. Yes. No.
Well, I mean, right now, really, all we're talking about really is, yeah, shit. That's what we're talking about.
What we were doing.
Yeah, basically what we've been doing for entertainment right now. We'll wait to move on for topics until Suda gets back from his pee-pee break.
Yeah. What else? In books. sometimes I'll just
Read some manga.
yeah, mangas mostly. What was it? The books that we got that one the last time we were in town, right? Together.
Yeah.
What books did we get again? Or which ones did you get?
I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 Volumes 1 and 2, I believe, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood 1 and 2.
Okay.
Did you find the Johnny Sins anime opening?
Oh boy.
Nice.
But you get some nice cards inside the Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think it's the monsters that are on the cover is what cards it was.
Oh, is that really what it is?
I think so, yes. I mean, they look pretty dope.
Okay. Yeah, I was meaning to ask you one time, and I was like, maybe I'll get to ask him sometime. What type of cards you got?
I think it's the cover monsters, but I mean, that's pretty dope, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So what else have you guys been up to keep yourselves entertained during the pandemic?
Y'all ever think that Johnny Sins' wife tries to have sex with him and Sins is like, bro, I just did a shit ton of that in the office. Can you leave me alone, woman?
Yes. I want to believe. One thing that I find super duper wholesome that actually came through and everybody thought wouldn't, the Battle of the Joshes.
Right?
That was, not gonna lie, that was pretty wholesome and pretty epic.
You see, the adults didn't let little Josh win. Little Josh.
Was just a superior Josh.
Little Josh let the adults live.
Exactly, little Josh was just too OP, please nerf. Like they nerfed Snake's ass.
Yep.
But I think this is like, the Johnny Sins animator is like the first time I've ever seen anyone mop a plant.
Right.
Like halfway through, he just starts mopping a plant.
Wait, would this be a good time to speak about the topic I proposed before the stream? A little quick.
Which one?
About the actor,
About the what?
voice actor.
Oh, yeah, we can bring it up.
I just didn't know, like, something that, okay, I'm gonna say this.
Because it kind of also still wraps into, like, the whole how this has become a problem during COVID-19, so yeah. Shoot.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm pretty sure, well, I mean, whoever's watching this, I don't know if they know, but, back in, was it 2018 or 2019 when that...
We were still in college, so 2019.
Yeah, 2018, yeah, 2018, anyways, what I was trying to get at was that the movie for the Dragon Ball Super Broly, the English voice actor Vic Mignogna, oh my god, he really got me too'd really hard.
He didn't. He honestly, like, the fact that Funimation cut off complete ties with him, and they still allow arguably worse people to work under them, is retarded. And the fact that he's an iconic voice actor in the world of anime.
Yes, he is. And
like, I'd almost put him on the level of Jeff Green and Eric Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
But no,
Wait, Jeff Green, you mean Dan Green?
Or Dan Green, yes, not Jeff Green.
Hello. Now, while we were gone there, I decided to see if we could bring up the topic of the English voice actor for Broly there from Dragon Ball Super. Well, from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super movies. Vic Mignogna there. I don't know. Have you heard much about that or no?
The only time I've heard stuff about it is from you guys. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z. I didn't grow up with that stuff. But for what you guys said, like it does suck. Like if like how all that's fake, that sucks. It's scary how all that can easily change someone's career.
He was literally guilty until proven innocent. That's literally what happened there.
Which,
it is, and it's unfortunate as fuck.
in a sense, I understand why they do it, but you can't still punish.
Destroy the man's career.
Exactly, you still can't continue to shit on the guy's career.
How do you understand why do they do it? There's no reason to do it.
Well, because you're supposed to believe the victims in these cases. So, like, I understand why they kind of look at it as guilty until proven innocent, but he was a very bad example of that for the simple fact that they, even after the fact he was proven innocent, they still tried to, like, ruin him. That's what's unacceptable, but I kind of understand how how a lot of people look at it as guilty until proven innocent.
I get it, but I don't think they should do it for fake. If anything, that's like ruining. That's like pushing them back, not bringing them forward.
Well, I mean,
I no longer put the victims. I now fully am guilty till proven innocent till proven guilty.
Well, I mean, with the amount of fake cases, it makes it harder and harder to believe said victims.
Exactly.
Which sucks.
That's the thing. That's what I'm not okay with.
You're demining, you're delegitimizing the actual victim.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, not only Funimation, but I believe
fuck Funimation.
I don't know. I don't think he likes people talking about this subject. Well, but like, I don't know. It's just a subject that keeps on like crossing my mind every time someone talks about cancel culture. I'm like, why did they like or Me Tooing or whatever? Yeah. It just he got so like dicked over when that happened to him. Like, not only Funimation, but from Rooster Teeth as well. He used to play a few characters. He used to play. I know in Ruby he used to play Crow Bronwyn.
Yep.
Sure. I think that's it.
Yeah.
AKA the best character.
Yes, best dad. Anyways.
Listen, the best character in Wooby is Weichni.
Nah, it's clearly Zwei. You know, the dog.
It's clearly nobody. Anyway, continue.
It literally ruined his chance of ever getting like into a actual like well-known thing again. Like I'm saying, is like he still gets invited over to stuff like the conventions and stuff. But like he never. I don't know if opportunity will ever arise for him again. Sadly, for like another like playing Broly again or like Pro or whatever, a character like that again.
But I mean, look at who Funimation still keeps employed. People who have had notorious pasts and shit like that with allegations that were true. And they're still allowed to work for this great, wholesome company in Funimation. This is complete sarcasm. If you want to know my beef with Funimation, please go watch episode 2. Shameless plug. But no, it does suck. And the fact that so many people are just, even now, are getting outed as these things, and people either will defend the ever-living shit out of them or turn on them. The reason why I say defend is because literally everybody defends Joe Biden, and he's notoriously been called Creepy Uncle Joe.
I mean, that video I sent earlier where he was talking about loving kids hopping on, being on his lap. Like, bro,
yeah, like there's no context where that is okay.
That was almost on the news, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? I can think of one scenario where that might be okay, but just in general, like out of context.
Don't fucking say that.
It's a bit odd.
Don't fucking say that.
That would be okay.
For me, it's like almost like a grandparent kind of thing. Like they love how like you know.
Even still. Like, you... Okay, don't word it like that, at least, then.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't word it. So, like, you know, just... I don't even know how to...
And don't be talking about kids playing with your hairy legs and then jumping on your lap. Like, bruh.
Okay, well I didn't know that. That is sus. Yes.
No, that's sus as fuck.
Like the grandparents playing games and shit with their grandchild. That's what I'm talking about. But if he's talking about touching his like leg hair and shit, then yeah, that's sus. That's odd.
That's not. That's. Please play Sonic clip saying that's no good here.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good. It's your body. No one has the right to touch you if you don't want them to. So what do? First, you say no. Then, you get out of there. Most important, you gotta tell someone you trust. Like your parents, your teacher, a police officer.
Thank you.
That's not good here. Oh boys. I've never seen that. You'll have to send that or put it in chat so I can see it.
And what?
Ew.
I don't know.
I'm gonna put the Sonic that's no good like rated that last part. Alright, well, I think we've beaten around the bush here. We might as well we could probably, since there's gonna be huge tirades about these next two topics, we'll get into them.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about... Do you feel the economy is better off to justify all these high prices on shit?
No.
I don't know. I mean, we did. A lot of countries did themselves in quite the amount of like. What's the word? Am I thinking of debt? More?
Every country is in debt right now.
Yeah,
I just want to put that out there.
England is the only country currently not in debt.
Huh?
Really?
Really?
Epic gamer move.
Did not know that.
Epic Chad move right there.
I mean, New Zealand has negative money, but they're owed almost triple the amount. But they have almost more money than they do anything else. But they still have like basically no money because it's all going into like their government funding.
Wow.
But like,
Their money's not
But
negative.
they're still
Their,
doing decent. Yeah.
their debt is in the negative.
my biggest thing is gas prices. Around this time last year, gas was like 69 cents. I don't know what it is now, so I could be wrong, but isn't it like higher than $1.20?
Yeah, around $1 something there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's for sure around $1.20.
Like, how could, in the span of a year, when we're arguably off worse, how can gas be twice as much as it was last year?
I don't. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I've seen a picture where it was talking about that, and like, it doesn't make sense how you're boosting or the government's boosting all the prices for everything whilst we're struggling, even like how we're just struggling to make ends meet as it is. You know what I mean? Especially with like food prices. Like,
No,
how a lot of
exactly.
people, that's it. How a lot of people aren't working and they're living like they're from their EIs, like paycheck to paycheck, and the prices of like food going up. That
It
like,
does seem that
gas-
everything is going up.
That is
Yeah.
not okay because how are you
It's
going to
not.
like how are you going to charge more to the people of your country in a time when almost everyone is at an all-time low money?
Exactly. So they're going paycheck to paycheck. They have like things to pay off and stuff, and then they're boosting the prices of food. And it's like, so gas, but it's the food for me. It's them boosting the food for me.
It's both for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like boosting the prices.
Yeah.
No, but like,
That's why that's the one thing I like about my school during this pandemic. The food portion to money is amazing.
yeah, but I feel like schools have to.
Yeah, for $4,
But
you
yeah.
can get a piece of pizza that's bigger than the plate.
Oh.
It
I
was
missed
bigger
that.
than my head.
Hey.
It was bigger than my head.
Well, that's not saying much because your head is pretty big, and not in a smart way, in a full of hot air way.
How is it not saying much for a piece of pizza to be bigger than my head? Normal size of the pizza aren't bigger than my head, my guy.
No,
Anyways,
but
so
living
yeah, that's
living
what I think. It's them. Huh?
the cost of living and just in general and shit, it's gone up so much when next to nobody has money or they feel it's also not safer to work. Because really, it's not. Especially when a lot of jobs that are needed right now are dealing with a bunch of stuck up, ignorant people.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
But the ignorance goes both ways.
in a sense,
The ignorance of those are on both the people who don't follow the protocol and the people who follow the protocol. Because there's people who don't follow the protocol who are ignorant because they're putting people in danger, and then there's people who follow the protocols who are ignorant, assuming that everyone's life is exactly like theirs, and people aren't struggling worse than they are, or just barely making ends meet and almost can't follow the protocols for certain things.
like,
No, but
Like in Ontario, you cannot buy clothes at a store. Like clothes, face masks, and anything that involves in any cooking appliance is deemed non-essential. And you can't buy. So
how are clothes not considered essential?
Someone grabbed pajamas for their kids at Walmart, which they weren't allowed to do, but their kid needed clothes. So they grabbed clothes for their kids, and the comments on that video were filled with people telling them that they were just ignorant and could have just did like, and telling them like a bunch of shit that he could have did when he might not be able to do it.
I don't see how clothes are not considered essential. I know that they don't allow you to try on and return if it doesn't fit. Well, now at least.
I'm tiny brain right now. I don't understand it, but give me a second. It'll catch up.
5 minutes later, when we're changing topics, dude,
Yeah.
Well, and like, what is considered essential? That I think that is the ultimate question.
I think they need to do a revision of like essential workers. That's for sure.
I'm sorry, but to who? Mind you, I love going to like through a drive-through and like getting a coffee or getting like McDonald's or what have you. But how the fuck are they considered essential?
because in this time, a lot of places are selling limited, if any, food. So by going to restaurants, they can get their food more easily. Plus, coffee at restaurants used to be way cheaper than actually buying.
I think Suda got it.
Oh, yeah, Suda just got it.
No, about this topic specifically. I think they need to have it exclusively for like truck drivers or people who do like long
No,
drives
exactly.
where
It's essential to them.
Places to stop. Yeah, it's essential to them. But
Not essential to everyone else.
No, you can get your coffee at home. Fucking
Tim Hortons coffee isn't that fucking good anyway. I used to make it. Fuck off.
you don't have to go to Tim's or A&W for your coffee. You can make that.
Who the fuck goes to A&W? That hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
No, but here's
A&W.
the stupid thing. You say that it should be for truckers, but if I recall from what Moonman was telling me, truckers aren't allowed in drive-thru.
I heard something like that, which I think is
No, it is retarded. And I actually did get in trouble for serving one when I used to work at Tim's. And I literally looked my boss in the face and I basically told him to go fuck himself.
well, yeah.
Our dad works in dispatch. And
I was like, I've been around this industry for my whole life. I understand the bullshit they have to go through. I have no problem serving him at the window. And if you can put me on probation, you can suspend me, you can fire me, I don't give a fuck. I will continue to serve them.
Well, yeah. Especially like he's a truck driver. He doesn't stop many times. He needs to fucking eat something.
No, because they have to get their miles in. They can only stop so many.
Only stop for food and sleeping, really.
Pretty much. But like, no.
I don't remember the word for it, but it seems like a lot of like, oh Chris, what's the word for it?
Hypocrisy.
It seems like a lot of people aren't caring about like, they aren't caring about people as they should be at the moment.
There is a lot of
There's
hypocrisy.
a word, hypocrisy, but it's not what it's not the word that I'm looking for. It's
Ignorance?
it's I can't think of the word. I'll think of it later. Oh,
Maybe.
I'll think of it later. But
No, but like, and what I don't understand is, it's great that all these businesses are opening up, but it's to the point where I've seen it because I've had to sober drive a friend home from a bar. They don't really follow fucking protocols that well. Like, they do, but they don't.
How is a bar essential?
Thank you. But now, because we're in yellow, it's not a matter of what's essential and what's not. It's a matter of trying to get things back to normal. But things aren't going to get back to normal unless, honestly, I think we shut everything fucking down.
Things won't go back to normal if we continue what we're doing. Yellow should not mean do whatever you want. Yellow should be what red is.
things should go back to normal pretty freaking fast if they weren't so goddamn lenient on all the rules.
No, exactly. It seems they're only really strict on the rules when we're in red.
I believe yellow should be what
Right.
red zone is. Orange zone should be complete lockdown, and red zone should be, oh fuck, the entire city's gonna be quarantined.
No, but like, honestly, if you just shut everything down and kept grocery stores open for a limited amount of time, gas stations and pharmacies and shit like that open for
I
like
would say you should
small spans of times, and doctor's offices, obviously, I bet you real fast the curve would flatten.
I would say the only thing I would add to that would really be drive-through, and even then restrict it to like when they skip the dishes people who can go through it, or like truck drivers.
Yeah, truck drivers
I
just skip the
feel
dishes,
we
people.
Yeah, I feel like we spent long enough in quarantine to like the government should have had a plan to
Which
keep
they
people
clearly
off the
haven't.
roads and shit. You know
They
what I
weren't
mean?
expecting the pigeons to take this long to charge.
Makes sense, but they still should have maybe made a plan to not have so many people driving around and stuff and going to places.
No, I know.
Driving
But
around,
curve even more.
I can understand people driving around because if
Yeah.
I could drive, I would rather be like just going for a drive than being cooped up in a home.
For sure, I'm cool with drives, but it's like the gatherings in
No.
literally anywhere. It's like at stores, at malls,
Yeah.
literally social
And like,
gatherings.
I see this all the time. Like, I don't know their stories or anything, but people will be outside of their vehicles, no masks on, like in a circle.
A drummer circle.
I was thinking more of a circle jerk, but sure. But no, and like, and then
Sucks.
I-
frustrating.
I also
It's
guarantee.
frustrating because people aren't gonna listen. There's gonna be people that aren't gonna listen for the longest time, and
Yeah,
it sucks.
there's always gonna be those people that are very ignorant.
Yes.
I mean, you'll always
That are
have
very,
ignorant
very
people,
stubborn.
but like, this is to an extreme where really you can't be ignorant for the simple fact that if you do want your life to go back to relative normal, how it was, where you could go into a grocery store without a cart to get a loaf of bread and without a mask on, you gotta fucking do your part now. And that's what doesn't seem to be getting through people's heads.
As soon as we get into COVID, that I'm getting into that. I'm going hardcore into that because I got a fucking rant about it.
Like, I mean, our economy's fucked enough as it is. Nobody wants to work because nobody wants to risk themselves, which is, honestly, the smart fucking thing. Honestly, if you look at it, people are probably earning more off EI and CERB than they would be working 40 hours a week.
Shit.
Yeah.
Even
I know right now I'm still on EI, and I'm probably staying on it for the foreseeable future. Just because it makes more sense for me to be on EI because I'm making more than I was working full time. Like, I'm getting near top stamp.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I was on that for a while, I was actually making more than I'm making now for 2 weeks or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, mind you, I never applied for CERB, and it's a good thing I didn't, because now you gotta pay a portion of that back in taxes and shit, so... Which I think is really scummy, but...
It's illegal to be on CERB while on EI, which a lot of people were on. And if anyone were to report them, they would have to pay 150% of what they got given during they were on EI and CERB.
I never applied for it because for the simple fact that it just didn't make sense. And B, now that I know you gotta pay it, like, a good chunk of it back, which, again, I think that's real scummy. Oh yeah, we're out of money. Remember that money we gave you? Well, I know you're broken on hard times, but you gotta pay us back.
Yeah. It was like 100% you had to pay back.
And with, I know, like, and with money being so tight, especially in governments, you hear news reports how, oh, Canada ordered $3 million worth of AstraZeneca viruses, vaccinations from the United States, and I'm like, where the fuck's all this money coming from?
That's
Excuse me.
okay. That's what I want to fucking get into. It's ethics. All the fucking ethics are being thrown out the window by a lot of people, but it's being kept by a lot more people, and it doesn't make no sense.
No, and
all the fucking ethics are being thrown at each other, and it's just a fucking mess.
it's gonna get to the point where who owes who, and nobody knows who the fuck owes who. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if this keeps up, we're all gonna be so fucking broke.
I'm so frustrated with all this. I feel like this could easily be solved so fast. It didn't have to last this long.
No, it didn't. It really fucking didn't.
Can we?
Yes,
I
yes,
really want to
yes.
rant.
Rant.
Two things to spread: the density of the population and the
Density of the population. No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
Go ahead. Go unfiltered.
Go ahead. Okay.
Go ahead.
If y'all want to go back to being normal lives and seeing your fucking family and all this shit, follow the government for a little bit, just for a little bit, and maybe, just maybe, we might be done with COVID in a matter of 2 months. I don't know the statistics, I don't know nothing, but I feel like we probably will go back to normal very quickly and not have to wait this long. It did not have to wait this long. Why are we still in COVID? Why are we still in quarantine? Y'all are dumb.
Just people are stupid.
Y'all
True.
are fucking like dumb, man. You're fucking it up for like everyone else who actually wants to go and do shit and like have a good time, and y'all are being ignorant as fuck.
I'm going to express this though.
I'm not gonna wear a mask. I'm not gonna wear a mask because it oppresses me, and it's my right to breathe. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
You have no rights as far as I'm concerned.
I'm so fucking annoyed. Stay the fuck home then if you feel oppressed.
I have the right to breathe in public.
Suda.
Not
What?
That reminds me, you know the place right next to where we work there?
Yeah.
It's inside the same area. Anyways, there was actually, if I'm not mistaken, this woman that said she like threatened to shut down that place because of call the authorities to shut down the place because she was caught not wearing a mask, and she said, "Oh, you're oppressing me" and all this shit. I'm like, what
the drugstore?
Oh,
no,
I'm
not
gonna
the drugstore,
I'm gonna fuck someone up.
Bakery.
The bakery, yeah.
Yeah, she called the authorities to shut it down because she said, "Oh, I don't need a mask or something like that because I feel oppressed wearing one or whatever, something like that." Anyways,
If you're saying,
I'm gonna fuck someone up because I'm so annoyed of it.
I'd like to understand how wearing a piece of fabric over your mouth and nose for 5 seconds, just while you're in that store, and as soon as you literally walk out that door, you can take said piece of fabric off your face. How the fuck is that oppressing you?
Okay, I just want to say too, if you have a hard time breathing and shit, if you have asthma, get someone to go for you, bruh. You don't have to go in public.
No, that's literally then just wanting to be the center of attention.
No, like, motherfucker.
I actually seen this one mask. I don't know if people can buy it, but it was like a mask with like a little button on it, and whenever you pressed it, it burst out like it was basically like an inhaler built into the mask.
Like, I've seen plastic. The plastic masks have to be a bit better breathing. Like, at least wear that, maybe.
Get a face shield.
yeah, I was gonna say
a face shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least then you don't have cloth like Are you not breathing in your own carbon monoxide? Me, it's those fucking people.
Oh, those people piss me off. Those people piss me off too.
Whatever. Dioxide? My bad.
Carbon monoxide is out of cars.
Yeah, my bad. I'm dumb. Anyways, we're breathing in our own carbon dioxide. We're slowly poisoning ourselves.
Good. Good.
I don't think they realize how long they would have to wear a mask to even get 1% of carbon dioxide poisoning.
No, exactly. You'd have to basically wear said mask for at least probably a week before even seeing any result. And I'm talking.
Not wearing it 24/7 either.
No, exactly. You're literally only wearing it for 5 minutes while you're in a fucking store. Get off your fucking high horse.
People. You're not even talking about us workers. Us workers, we have to wear that shit for like 7, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day.
And I don't hear none of y'all complaining.
30 minutes in the fucking store and you being like, oh, I can't breathe, blah, 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 blah. Get out.
Think about doctors who, even before the pandemic, had to wear those for like 10...
No, exactly!
10, 12 hours a day.
Fucking preach that, man. Oh my god.
And then, literally, whenever you say that to, like, those types of people, they will immediately shoot that down and say how wrong you are.
How am I wrong? How am I wrong? If you go watch any surgery, they're wearing the mask because it can kill someone breathing onto their organs.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
Yeah. Just like the map community, you cannot change my mind about this shit. You are absolutely dumb for talking all about that shit. No, stay the fuck.
No, you are.
To get your groceries. There's no one's gonna change my mind.
At least with the map community, I can see the point they're trying to make. With anti-maskers, I can't.
Anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers, even.
See, anti-vaxxers, anti-vaxxers right now are actually making some sense because we legitimately don't know anything about COVID long term, and we don't know if the vaccine would.
In this case, they may have a point. When they go off on their fucking street corners and anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers are basically in the same fucking group, when they're going off saying about how vaccinations cause autism, when that's been disproven how many fucking times?
And there's literally nothing against vaccines.
Like,
nothing for vaccines.
Like, literally, this brings up a good point. I don't know if any of you are aware of the video If Google Was a Guy. There was literally this one part of the video where it's like, does vaccines cause autism? And it was a woman who asked it. And he's like, well, I have like billions of searches that say no, and then I have one search that says yes. And she grabs that search and is like, I thought so. I'm like, bitch, no.
Like, like researching it, they're taking one link and be like, yeah, that's it, okay.
That's like me writing a fucking college essay about the fucking Great Depression off of fucking Wikipedia.
Actually, Wikipedia is now deemed is actually now considered credible academically, but high schools still don't accept it because of the amount of editors and helpers that are working around the clock 24/7 on Wikipedia, fact checking every single edit before it's posted.
Shit, okay, good for them for doing that.
But I mean, still, Wikipedia has been the butt of jokes for so long that's just why they were the easy target. But I mean, I understand why they would be.
But with the anti-vaxxer thing, they have a point when they say vaccines cause autism, because anyone who's not vaccinated dies before we can tell if they have autism.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay, I'm not a scientist. I don't know much about like vaccines and how long they took.
You don't know much about a lot of things.
Don't worry about it. Like, can we compare, like, I want to do a little bit of research right now. I want to compare how long it took to get the COVID vaccine compared to, like, another vaccine. Like, which vaccine could we do? The flu vaccine?
I'll put it this way. We still don't have a cure for the common flu, yet we apparently have a cure for COVID.
Somehow, yeah.
Like, same with cancer. Same with cancer. We have been trying to figure out a cure for cancer for umpteen million years, yet in the span of less than a year, we figured out a cure for COVID. Bullshit.
Scientists say the COVID is very similar to a flu, but if it had DNA alteration in it. Because that's what COVID is.
And it just keeps mutating as every day passes by. Which to the point now where if you get a COVID vaccination, how do you know you're not going to get infected by a different variant?
I'm aware of 4 variants, maybe 4 or 5. There's the original variant. There is COVID-20. There is the winter or Indian variant, which is basically just immune to freezing.
Yep.
And there's the UK variant, which is the one that can evade the effects of the vaccine.
Yep. You're forgetting one.
Okay,
You're forgetting one type of COVID. COVID-15, James Charles caught it because COVID-19 was too old. R/rare insults.
Okay, I gotta look a bit more into this, but from this first website, it says, from what I can see, the first flu vaccine it went from 1933 to 1945. So that was 12 years. But keep in mind, that's in the 20th century.
Yeah, medical technology.
Yeah, it was a lot less developed than us.
But
so it's that I guess it's harder to say for older vaccines and stuff.
But I'll put it this way.
But a new one that works permanently.
Excuse me.
Wasn't there one where like completely like it doesn't exist anymore?
No, there isn't.
No, I thought there was.
Measles.
The closest thing, it's like a year, is a flu shot that can get rid of it for like up to like 3 months, I think it was.
No, there has been a vaccine that has completely killed off a disease. The mumps?
There has been.
Mumps, I think?
Polio?
It's polio or mumps. It's the mumps or polio. It's one of the two.
I thought we were still talking about the flu.
No.
Okay, yeah, flu, that's a whole thing, but I'm saying like...
Even with the way medical technology is now, I still find it very, very, very hard to believe that they found a supposed cure in less than a year. Fuck.
Did we even find a cure for Ebola yet?
Ebola? I feel like they...
We haven't talked about that in a long time.
I was about to say, A, we haven't talked about Ebola in like fucking years. B...
But there's still cases happening there's still like up to about 1,000 cases happening every month.
Really?
Mostly in Africa.
Hmm.
Sounds kind of racist, but still, it's mostly in Africa.
If it's in Africa, it's in Africa.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it sounds...
Well, I mean, isn't like China now worse off with COVID? Because I know China was good for a little bit, but now aren't they getting like fucked in the ass by COVID?
China, America, UK, and India are the 4 hotspots at the moment.
Yeah, because I was about to say, well, fucking America. Well, even some Canadian provinces, like Alberta, still gets like cases by the fucking thousands.
Tell me how this makes sense.
Is Quebec still doing bad?
Quebec is doing terrible because they're refusing to close schools.
Yep.
The week
I fucking
Quebec opened
everything with Quebec.
Quebec opened.
Yeah, fuck Quebec.
Everything closed down. Quebec didn't have grocery stores open, but schools and barbershops were open.
What the fuck?
Well then.
That seems very counterproductive.
Yeah,
I'm so
grocery stores were not open.
Man.
You had to order all your groceries online and then do curbside pickup.
Which, okay, understandable, I guess.
Like,
I'm
barbers were
so
open.
frustrated with all this, man. Like, this could easily be solved.
No, it could.
Like, wait at home for the vaccine, but like, at least stay home. Like, there's gotta be.
Go out only when necessary.
It's been more than a year. It's been more than a year. I feel like we should have made that.
Year and 2 months.
I'm just saying, there's been times where I've been debating whipping out my plague doctor mask and walking to school like that.
I wouldn't blame you, honestly.
Dressing up as a plague doctor when it's not a costume day, just dancing into the school.
You'd probably be safer than a lot of people out there.
Well, I mean,
especially if I'm wearing like an actual like medical mask under it, they can't kick me out of the school. I'm wearing a proper mask. I was wearing a plague doctor mask over it to be funny.
Well, I mean, and not only that, but the amount of shit that people have let slide and be okay with and how unlenient people have been is why we're still in the state that we're in. Like, I mean, New Brunswick is good, but look at our close neighbors in, like, for example, Nova Scotia. They had 67 new cases today.
67 guys.
And literally, they were not even a week ago. Not even a fucking week ago. We were talking about opening an Atlantic bubble. Thank God we fucking didn't, but...
Yeah, really.
Like, my point is...
Holy crap!
What?
There's 151 million cases?
In the world?
There's almost 150... No. There's almost 152 million corona cases
Like,
in the world. I think in total.
Jesus. No, but like, America...
Oh my god.
Almost as much as like the AIDS epidemic from like the 1800s.
Like, recovered. There's like a lot recovered. There's 129 million recovered, but like 151? Crap.
No, and like, it's because people still are fucking stupid.
I'm so frustrated because like at work everyone's going against the like arrows and like not following it, and then they laugh. They straight up laugh. They're like, hee, I'm going the wrong way. Like, yeah, you are, and like if you get COVID, that's on you. I literally don't care anymore. If they fucking catch COVID, they catch COVID. That's on them.
No, exactly.
Like, I'm beyond frustrated.
No, it is frustrating.
It's so dumb at this point.
Like, you think, like, I mean, it's pretty bad. Like, yeah, we're sick of hearing it, but, like, they have to keep on repeating it. Wear your fucking mask and wash your fucking hands!
They're literally kids. It's going in one ear and out the
Exactly, like, everybody's being a bunch of childs about this.
Oh,
How would be going down?
oh.
Like, fuck, you know what? This is how we do it. All the epic gamers must challenge all these fucking idiots to a shadow game where the loser loses their soul. It's the only way that this shit will get solved.
So the games are winning.
Oh.
The epic gamers are winning. It's over. It's over because you know what? With no monsters left on the field, I'm summoning my Dark Magician and attacking your life points directly.
Yeah.
And this is now the second podcast in a row where I've referenced that. Hell yeah. Always find a way to tie it back to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Hell yeah.
But no, like...
No, it's dumb.
No, it is.
I'm tired, man.
It's...
Because I want to be able to go outside without a mask and not be anxious as fuck wondering
Right?
if the person next to me has COVID or
I
not.
crunched the numbers.
And they don't even know. And they might not even know if they have it or not.
True, exactly.
Guys, I just crunched the numbers.
Oh
The
god.
AIDS epidemic, the big AIDS epidemic boom happened from 81 to 91.
Right.
And COVID, in just 1 year, has 842.93 times the amount of cases.
Jesus Christ.
What?
And, like, AIDS was gonna be, like, the next thing that killed, like, everybody, if you believed the media back in those days. Well, that and weed.
Over 800 times, and almost 900 times the amount of cases is what COVID got.
I'd like the ratio for the plague. The bubonic plague. I'd like to know that ratio.
That's the Black Death, eh?
Yep.
Bubonic plague? I think it is black plague. I want to be hopeful that it's gonna end soon, but it's really
It makes it hard. It makes it hard for you to be hopeful when you allow idiots to keep doing what they're doing.
Well, just seeing how many cases are going up in every
No, exactly.
province, every country, especially let alone the U.S. seeing how they're struggling so bad and shit. Like, it's upsetting. Like, a lot of us, we all want it to end, but if we're not helping each other.
No, we're not.
The bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague, okay.
Yeah, it had only 100 million, nearly 100 million known cases.
What the fuck? So COVID has surpassed that by almost double. Actually, more than double.
No.
One and a half times.
Well, right now.
The Black Death in 2010 to 2015 had 3,242 cases.
Really?
Including 584 deaths.
COVID looks at that and says rookie numbers. But it's true.
No, it is. It absolutely is. Hey, what? Fuck messenger.
COVID, that's what's going on.
What's going on?
No, but like, and
yeah.
it pisses me off.
I found the bubonic plague and the Black Death had 2 different cases. I had to Google specifically the bubonic plague to find the actual number.
Really?
475 million.
For the bubonic plague?
Holy crap.
COVID's almost catching up to that.
Almost is a bit much.
It's halfway there, pretty much.
But
if you count recovered cases, that 129 million recovered, plus that 151 million that have it currently, that's over that's almost near 300 million. Like, they're a good portion of the way there.
Are you counting recovered as well?
Well, yeah, because at one point they would have had COVID.
Yeah, bubonic plague is also counting the recovered cases.
Oh, wow, yeah, you're right. Fuck, we're more than halfway there.
Yeah, we're over halfway there. We're probably almost 3/4 of the way.
Deaths in the Black Plague.
How many deaths were there?
75, anywhere from 75 to 200 million. They couldn't really get the complete number.
Okay, how many deaths in COVID?
Oh, that would make a lot recovered, actually.
It's about half the recovered, yeah.
Like, but still, that doesn't matter. The point is that COVID's getting up to fucking the same numbers as the plague.
Listen to this. I found out something interesting.
That's never a good sign.
Pi. That's how close. That's how much case. That's how much times more cases the bubonic plague had than COVID. Pi.
3.14. Wow. But no, and
but no, that's
this tells me how dense the population is, and how fucking stupid people are.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
It doesn't make sense seeing people be like, we want this to end. We want this to end.
Then fucking do your part.
Then why are you not wearing a mask?
Yeah, then why are you not doing your part in making it literally fucking harder for everyone else?
Like, I want to bring up that post that I saw. I gotta fucking reference that real quick. Because it was dumb. I read it and I wanted to comment like, no?
No.
Why?
No. Like,
We're back.
Want to hear something scary though? The Black Death or the bubonic plague is only considered the 6th worst pandemic in history.
what the fuck is the other 5?
The 5 ahead of it are the plague of Justinian.
Okay, yeah.
Number 4 was the plague of Caprinia, which left almost an entire country dead.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Then the Ottoni plague.
Okay.
It's a plague that happened in Sparta during a war.
Okay.
And then number 2 is the plague of Athens.
Athens?
Athens, yes, the plague of Athens. And then number 1 is prehistoric epidemic Krika.
I just want to say, it feels like the whole fucking house is shifting just from the fucking way the wind and the rain is.
Right?
Just gonna get off topic there for like 2 seconds.
Jesus.
But no, like, actually, since I'm on rain, I do want to bring up something that pisses me off. People's windshield wipers that go the opposite way, where it's like one's on one side of the windshield, the other one's on the other side of the windshield, that just looks so fucking retarded to me. I hate that! I fucking hate that!
That's silly.
I hate that!
It makes sense on school bus.
That's the definition of sus.
Now, COVID would be the 8th worst of history.
COVID's already at fucking 8th?
COVID's at 8?
Yes, considering it is less impact 7th, but more than the current 8th.
Okay, please screenshot that fucking. Please screenshot that fucking page.
Right now, y'all need to get your shit together.
Please screenshot that page and send it to me for editorial reasons.
Oh, you want to find this? Yeah, this is before COVID was. This is back when COVID. People thought it was going to go away in a few weeks.
Yeah, now we'll get it.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
but
so annoyed. Y'all gotta
only
get your shit together, man.
So you know how here's the thing. Polio is only 14th. The Spanish flu is 15th.
And Spanish flu was really bad though during its time.
AIDS is 17th.
Wow, they actually have AIDS on there.
This is age from the 81 to the day this article was written.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did call AIDS an epidemic back in the day.
Yeah. Swine flu is worse than the swine flu.
Yeah, swine flu, yeah.
Worse than Ebola, way worse than Ebola was, and even worse than Zika. And Zika's still going on to this day.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, whooping cough, H1N1, and Zika, they all tried to scare us with that shit before COVID happened, and we still fell for this.
Right. The worst part is the thing with Zika is a lot of people found out, like a scientist found out but managed to exterminate it. Mosquitoes that carried Zika mutated to also be COVID.
Great!
But they killed all the mosquitoes that they knew about.
Another fucking
Can we
reason
just
though.
talk about how, like, America just casually lost the murder hornets?
Really?
Good job, America.
Yeah, like America literally lost track of every single murder hornet.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Good fucking job.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Go all attack Joe Biden. No, but this puts this into really good context of how a few years ago, look at it this way, we considered, oh, Zika's going to take us all out, or oh, Ebola's going to take us all out, or oh, and now you guys are basically letting a little bit more of a worse flu take you fuckers out and are refusing to follow protocols because it hurts your ego or it oppresses you. The type of people who say that it oppresses them have clearly never dealt with oppression in their life.
For real.
You can call that a hot take and you can bash me in the comments of this video. I don't give a fuck. You have in no way, shape, or form ever have been oppressed in your life if you're pulling that shit. That's my hot take for the day.
It's a flu, like.
It is. It's a worse flu.
The flu kills people too.
No, I'm not discrediting the flu, but like, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I'm saying like the flu kills people, and they got the vaccine, and like we're doing okay now. So. No, I don't know where I was going with this, but I'm still frustrated.
Like, I mean, look at this. Literally, what? Maybe 5-6 years ago? Ebola. Everybody's gonna say Ebola was gonna kill us, and Ebola is a way worse fucking disease to deal with than COVID. The known effects of COVID.
Especially since the way Ebola transferred was worse than the way COVID transferred.
Well, I mean, COVID's getting just as bad now, though.
That's true. COVID has been is apparently able to transfer ways similar to Ebola through any bodily fluid instead of people. I heard that it might be able to do it through any bodily fluid, just like Ebola, instead of just water droplets.
Awesome. Love that.
No more jizzing in people. No more baby making.
Who's ready for government mandated hazmat suits?
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna get you say that as a joke, but it wouldn't surprise me if it gets to that point at the rate this is going.
It really would. It really wouldn't.
Like, it's bullshit the way this is. Like, this should have been dealt with a long time ago, and yet you see ad after fucking ad after fucking ad about how we have to do our part and flatten the curve. Yeah, you don't think that a good majority of us haven't been fucking doing that? It's that small 5% that is the reason why you are fucking advertising this, who haven't done it, is what's ruining it for the rest of us.
It's the fucking celebrities for me too, the ones who like.
Oh my god. Fuck off. Fuck off.
The YouTubers too.
Jake Paul is a good example of that. Because Jake Paul had that huge ass fucking party after he won his boxing match against Ben Askren.
I don't give a damn how old you are or how popular you are. You need to start thinking about others, because you ain't the center of fucking attention, my guy.
No, but celebrities
You're
have
putting
to
your
be
life
the
at
center
risk,
of
you're
it.
also putting everyone else's lives at risk. You are fucking ahead. I will stand by that.
You're,
Editor, make sure that you put this on, like, so a bunch of information about this during the segment.
yeah.
Coronavirus parties.
No,
Which
but
is a party
fucking Kim.
made-
It's Kim K's party for me. Her fucking.
yeah, that island party. Yup. No, and I'm gonna say this right now. The same mouth breathers who are fucking fighting this shit and dying on the horse of that it's oppressing them are the same mindless twats that follow these celebrities and look at them as gods.
I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Like,
Have I told you that I'm over it and done with people?
I mean, it baffles me. I don't know why anybody would idolize celebrities to begin with. I think it's the most retardedest thing in the fucking world.
Depends on celebrity, like Keanu Reeves. Not bro.
Okay, there's the few exceptions, but as a whole,
the only two exceptions I can think of off the top of my head are really only Mr. Beast and Keanu Reeves.
It's gotta be the good celebrity.
Ryan Reynolds.
That's the thing.
Mr. Beast, Keanu Reeves.
But no.
And those aren't celebrities that get idolized.
How the fuck can you go and actively say, I look up to, say for example, Kim Kardashian when she has pulled the shit she's pulled, when she's done the shit she's done. This is why every generation is getting stupider and stupider.
In all honesty, if anything, it's making me lose hope that we're
No.
even gonna last long enough to see 2050. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I might be saying this now.
Shit that's going on.
I'm probably about to say this fucking now, and this might actually happen. If episode 4 is fucking Memelords versus fucking celebrities, don't fucking be surprised.
Episode 4, because I found a way better topic for episode 4, which I want to cover right away.
Oh, okay. Episode 5 then, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Coming soon to theaters. But no, honestly, I 100% agree with you. I'm not confident that we are gonna live to see 2050 or like this if this shit keeps continuing. And don't even get me started on, again, this one might sound a little controversial, but how in God's, whatever God you worship, name, can you fucking think it's a good idea to have a kid during these times?
Well, here's the thing though. You say how in God's green earth can you... A lot of COVID babies are results of pre-quarantine.
No. Okay. I'm talking the ones that have happened during lockdown and shit like that.
Because one of my teachers in my school, she was my math teacher and your English teacher, man, and I don't know if Alex had her.
Anyway, continue.
She was pregnant before the pandemic started, and when we came back to school, I said, the quarantine affect us all differently, as a joke, because... And that's the prime example of a pre-quarantine...
No, okay. I'll give you that one, but I'm talking how people are thinking it's a good idea to, do the nasty during quarantine and having their babies born while we're still fighting this shit and while we still have ignorant people.
You mean that one student, that one student in my school?
Yeah.
The one that we're cousins with?
Yeah. I don't know how you do it.
If it's pre-quarantine babies, whatever, that...
shit happens.
Them, not expecting quarantine, no one expected it.
No, nobody expected this. To be fair.
If you're consciously having the idea of wanting a baby during COVID and having that baby during COVID, I don't think it's a good idea because they're like it's bad enough with the pre-quarantine babies. They're gonna start their lives only knowing a house. They're not gonna be able to go out.
No, exactly.
Many people, if anything. Like their mental, like something's gonna happen with this generation. This generation is gonna be so different already compared to this one.
Gen Alphas. You thought we thought Gen Z was fucked. Gen Alphas fucked.
The way I look at it,
Alpha, I truly believe it's gonna be so much different. Them, it's gonna be purely online, and it's gonna be something.
Gen Alpha is going to be as bad as the later portions of Gen Z, if not even worse.
Yeah.
The post 05 Gen Z.
Yeah, post 05 Gen Zs. Like,
I feel bad, man. This sucks.
no, and it does. It does suck, and nobody is taking this serious over a year later.
It sucks because it sucks. We want it to go back to normal, but like our voices aren't gonna be heard. They're gonna be heard by like a few people here and there, and no one else is gonna care. Like
Yeah, because nobody takes.
Like there's so many smaller people. I want
Because for whatever reason, nobody wants to take people like us seriously. Nobody wants to take the people with common sense seriously because some big name celebrity didn't say it or somebody on their intelligence level didn't say it. It's people like us who think significantly and use bigger words that scare the commoners, and they don't fucking listen because we're not fucking flashing fucking bright lights in their eyes and talking about like the lowest common denominator shit.
Editor, please insert that scene of Lester talking about, oh, the West Coast is fine. It's just if you use something larger than a 3-syllable word, they think you're a professor or a scientist.
You're making that.
Hey, God! For a couple of Midwest stick-up artists, you guys sure have become a pair of whiny West Coast douchebags!
What the fuck is wrong with the West Coast?
Oh, nothing. I love it here. Everyone's so numbed by the sun that if you use a 3-syllable word, they think you're a professor.
Man, fuck you.
Yeah. Do a lot of work.
Man, the editor might have to start charging you.
Yeah, maybe. No, I feel like it's more common sense. To, like,
Which is lacking in this day and age.
Uncommon sense.
It's more common sense to want this to be over with and like to follow protocols and get the shit over.
But it's not gonna happen, unfortunately, because
Because people just aren't gonna listen. That's
no.
the way humans go.
Because common sense is a dying thing. Common sense is a dying thing.
Something I dislike is the fact that if you're under the age of 3, you don't need to wear a face mask, right? Which, okay, fair enough. But they should make masks for people under the age of 3.
But they should stay at home. They shouldn't even be out in public.
No, exactly.
If they do, there should be a special type of mask for them. I understand because they're 1000% way more prone to catch it than an adult would be.
Young, very young, like children and old people are the most prone to it. And well, okay, everybody's prone to it, but like it would affect a newborn or an older person more than it would affect a person our age.
Be real here. Be real here. Who among us here who didn't stick random things in their mouth when they were younger?
Oh, boys, did I ever.
No, exactly.
So Legos taking apart those Legos.
Oh yeah, using your teeth just to get. Yep, been there, done that.
Oh yes.
Joe couldn't get them apart.
Yeah, and you try that and you still couldn't get them apart, and then you just be like, you know what? Fuck it.
It was just kind of gross at that point, all slimy and stuff.
And then just go in the garbage because you couldn't get it fucking.
Yeah, they throw it in garbage or throw it in the box and then wait for you and then try again another day.
Yeah. Art, do you have any comments or thoughts?
I was gonna say about like the putting weird stuff in the mouth, right? I don't know if this is I don't know if it's a memory or a dream or not, but I remember this one time. I can't remember what age I was. Father was outside, right? He was cooking someone up on a barbecue, right? and I swear he was smoking a cigar at the same time. Anyways, you know how
A real man's man.
Yes. You know how there's like those little flip out tables on the side of the barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah, he set that down while he went to go get something inside. Me and my monkey see, monkey do have an ass. Fucking, I stepped on this. I brought this rock over. I stepped on it. I picked up the cigar. I took a puff out of it. Fucking like, and I put it back, and then.
So that's kids. Like.
Yeah,
You don't know
basically,
that. You just fucking-
basically, with this happening, yeah.
I was expecting this story to take a completely different turn. Like he put like the lit side in his mouth, or like he put like a barbecue spatula that's still hot in his mouth.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was expecting too.
No, but like, and it's to that point where kids can't do that shit because it's like, oh, you can't put that in your mouth. You don't know where the fuck that's been. Like, bruh.
You don't know where that's been, kid. Random ass child. I just want to put this $5 bill in my mouth, mother.
But it's true. Like,
Give me a pain and sustenance.
I mean, mind you, I've always been kind of like a stickler like that. If I could avoid like shaking hands in any way, I would, or shit like that. Like somebody would be like, shake my hand, and I'm like, yeah, I would, but I have no idea where the fuck that hand has been.
And now it's funny, and it was funny back then, but now it's like, yeah, I actually know where that hand.
Like
in school, they have cell phone pocket. The principal tried to complain about no student using it. I was the only one with the balls to speak up about it to get the principal off the case of the students, saying, we don't know where other people's phones have been, or if you disinfect that thing.
Yeah.
it's true.
Absolutely fair point.
No, it's true.
Why would we use it at the risk of not knowing where people have been, where people's phones have been, and if it's disinfected or not?
Yeah.
Because a lot of bacteria is on your fucking phone.
Your phone is the
yeah.
dirtiest thing in a cell phone. A cell phone is reportedly the dirtiest item in a household.
Even more dirty than a toilet seat?
It's very more dirty than a toilet seat because people actually clean their toilet seats every once in a while. People rarely clean
True.
their phone.
True.
If ever.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But no, and it's sad because there is no end in sight for this shit, unfortunately.
There
And
was hope.
I'm thinking now it's gonna get to the point where prices are so expensive. Are we even gonna be able to fucking live?
For real. We're about to. This is. As much as I don't want to say it, I think we're gonna have a Great Depression 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Great Depression 3 Electric Boogaloo, actually.
Wait, there was a second Great Depression?
There was a recession in 09.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So no, we could be on the verge of another recession or I guess technically it'd be the Great Depression 2 Electric Boogaloo, you're right. We're either on track for that or a recession 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Either way, it's something to Electric Boogaloo. The amount of that almost hit Earth in 2020 though, like ones that were like, there was 5 meteors that I was aware of, that I first heard of, that were bigger than the one that wiped out the dinosaurs that almost hit Earth.
Fuck, I just wish something would wipe out us at this point.
I believe the thing said 10 times. I believe it said NASA finds meteor almost 10 times size of one that wiped out dinosaurs by Earth.
Humans should just be wiped out in general. Can we just have one meteor, please?
Or like a disease that only like the people lacking common intelligence get, and it just kills them.
A meteor shows up. A random meteor shows up, releases a bunch of drones. Drones sense problem. You sense like math problem or history quads, and you get it wrong, you die.
So I'm bad like with that kind of stuff. Like you guys talking about the recession and stuff. Like that shit I just never really cared about, never looked any further into.
But now it gets to the point where you might be living in it.
Exactly, because you are right, like especially with how high prices are going with stuff, with where COVID's going, with where life in general is going.
Down the shitter.
We don't know the future at all, but it's very possible that we will go through another recession or depression. Like it's it just at this point with everything, it's yeah, it's just a mess. It's a big mess.
No, and it is, and it's gonna get to the point where God knows what the fuck's gonna happen to anyone. And like, again, I'm all for wanting this to end, but because a small minority's not putting in that effort, we're arguably getting worse.
Yep. Like, can the people can TikTok or like Twitter, can they like can they get after the people that's not doing anything?
Seriously though.
Can they actually
But instead, they'll cancel people who don't need to be canceled, or they'll cry wolf, or they'll do whatever it is the fuck they do.
Stop wasting their time.
Again, how the fuck you cancel people like Vic Mignogna and shit like that, yet James Charles isn't really canceled, or literal pedophiles aren't canceled.
I don't get it.
I see two future podcasts here. Memelords versus fucking celebrities, and the Memelords versus fucking social media. It's bound to happen at this point.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna happen sometime.
It's gonna be like
When?
probably in the near future. I'd say one of the next 3 episodes will be about one of those topics. I don't feel able to guarantee.
Good chance of it.
But Owen did say he found something that he really wanted to talk about in episode 4, so depending on what it is, it'd give us about a week to actually prepare for it, so, you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
Look into it if we have to, unless we already know what the fuck we're talking about. But no, the world has become a scary place.
It has. No, it really has, because we no longer know where people's minds are. Like it's everywhere. People are segregating into like all these different things, thinking they're righteous. That's my thing. How the fuck are you? Who are you? Like on TikTok and Twitter, who are they to say they're the right? Like they're what they say is right?
Because 9 times out of 10 it's not.
No, but, yeah, I know, but like you know what I mean? Like
No.
who are they to think that they're the word of God basically? Who are they to say that they're even any better than these celebrities and stuff? We don't know. They probably could have done bad shit as well.
9 times out of 10 they're not, because they're the same mindless people that follow celebrities.
It's that, like,
at least from what I've seen.
That's what scares me. That's what scares me. It's not
the age of the influencer.
Yeah. Because it seems like everyone's more and more hopping on this bandwagon of just following what everyone else does. Because it's getting them attention and just whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done. I am done. Fuck.
No, like, again, as soon as Memelords versus social media happens, I can almost guarantee that that influencers are gonna get torn a new asshole.
Not all, but most.
A good chunk of them.
That's why I said not all, but most.
No, like,
because Charlie would be like Moist Critical would be deemed an influencer.
I do not deem Moist Critical an influencer.
He is considered one.
I disagree, but okay.
Anyone who does social media for work is considered an influencer.
Shit, boys, we've became influencers.
Well, we ain't doing this for a living.
Honestly, it would be cool, but at this point, I feel like I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to deal with everything.
No,
that comes
I
with
wouldn't.
being an influencer.
I wouldn't either.
Fuck that.
I don't look at this as a job, or I don't look at this to sway people's opinions like others do. I'm doing this just A, for something to do, and B, it's fun.
And it lets us rant and like get things off of our mind.
Exactly, and it gives us a platform. I mean, is the platform, kind of fucked at times?
Like,
Yes.
yes.
But
Yeah, definitely. Like everyone has their voice, and we're doing that right now. But like, fuck being fuck being an influencer.
Fuck being good, I'm a bad bitch.
yeah.
Like that's what it is. It's like everyone tries to be so good, and then all their shit comes out, and it's like, what the fuck?
And I mean, again, in this day and age now, where we're on the internet, where everybody is sitting on their ass doing nothing, it's just getting worse and worse. Again, and then it also just depends what people get offended by, too, I guess. Because to this day, there are probably people who still get offended by PewDiePie saying the N-word, like, back in, 2017? Or whenever the hell that happened?
Can we fucking talk about the millions of dollars that he's raised for charity?
No, exactly.
For one, to not bring up his N-word, that doesn't really give a damn when he's apologized.
It was also legitimately like a slip on the words.
Yeah.
He's apologized too, like get the fuck over it.
It was a genuine apology, not a David Dobrik apology video.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the generic YouTuber apology video?
He's making me watch David Dobrik apology videos, and no one likes YouTuber apology videos, especially not David Dobrik's.
No, honestly, you're not far
There's a
off.
lot more topics to be concerned for, not someone saying the goddamn N-word or whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, is that a bad thing? Absolutely, but...
Oh yeah. But there's still a lot more things to talk about.
How can you sit there and get offended by the N-word, just for example, when I guarantee you're listening to music where that's like every second fucking word?
How can you be offended by PewDiePie saying the N-word but not Cardi B? Cardi B is not a black person.
Exactly! Exactly!
Yeah.
Or 6ix9ine, he's fucking Hispanic, and he says the N-word.
Well, people consider Hispanic. Well, it's for some reason believed that Hispanics
No, Hispanics do not have the right. Hispanics do not have the right to say that.
I don't agree with it, but there are people who do consider it.
Yeah, well, whoever considers that's a fucking idiot, and is probably an anti-masker, and probably thinks COVID-19 is still a fucking government conspiracy.
Oh, it is. It was a charge of pigeons.
All shit posting aside. So that's a shit poster's answer. No, I'm sorry. You can't say you get offended by a certain thing or phrase or mindset when it's either your mindset or you're influenced by people who have that same mindset.
Yeah.
You can't. You lose all merit. You lose all legitimacy, and no.
Say that again. What are they gonna lose legitimacy for?
Oh, people who say, for example, get offended by the N-word when PewDiePie or a non-black person says it, but will go and listen to music where every second lyric is the N-word.
I think people just need to fucking ease up on shit. Like, it's life.
People just need to fuck off and smarten up.
Everyone needs to, chill for a second. They need to, smoke one and relax. Everyone's on edge about everything.
Listen, Wiz Khalifa and fucking Snoop Dogg have been telling us to roll one and smoke one since fucking 2010. Start fucking listening to them.
Not enough people are doing it.
Start fucking listening to him. Snoop Dogg knows a thing or two. He's arguably one of the fucking chillest people you ever fucking meet. Mostly because he's always stoned, but that doesn't matter.
Snoop Dogg did rage quit a video game. He rage quit his own video game.
He's relatable.
It was a video game where No. Snoop Dogg rage quit a game where he was the main character.
Really?
Yeah, he rage quit that game. He couldn't get past the level and he rage quit.
That a boy.
And speaking of Cardi B saying the N-word, Cardi B should be cancelled for way more than that. How come C still has a platform?
Yeah.
What has she done?
Someone who's admittedly C said the N one off that. PewDiePie can get canceled for why I can't see.
Okay, that, but what else has Cardi B done?
She's admitted to drugging, raping, and robbing men.
Whoa.
Yet we still gotta get wet ass pussy to #1 on the charts.
No one's
Oh, so
comparing
many-
that. What's his name?
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, no one's comparing that to Bill Crosby or Cosby or whatever.
Yeah, when arguably Bill Cosby did the exact same thing.
I call Cardi B a female Bill Cosby.
I mean, I've never liked Cardi B, but still. No, that is fucked, and yet she still has a platform. And all women are empowering, am I right?
Not only a platform, but she's empowered, encouraged, influential, quote-unquote influential figure, and promoted. Like she won empowering woman of the year, I believe, in 2020.
Kiss my black ass, and I'm not even black.
That is not right. Oh my god.
No, like, again, influencer, like, yeah, no. Honestly, unless whatever Owen Wilson's topic is for fucking the next podcast is better than this, I think we're ripping social media and social influencers a new asshole next week. No. This is another topic that... For every negative podcast we do, the next one has to be, like, somewhat wholesome and something that we're either, like, we are very passionate about, or something we can actually, like that a lot of people can be mad about.
I wouldn't consider this a negative podcast. I would consider this...
It is, but it isn't.
It feels more like a podcast that we need to talk about, rather than a negative thing.
It's still...
We need to talk about. The first episode was negative, for sure.
Yeah, first episode was completely negative. We pulled no punches. Nor should we have to.
Exactly.
It's our opinions. Like,
No.
it's whatever we think.
We're not...
If anyone has... If like, we're not here to shit on anyone. This is
No.
literally our... Well, we're... Okay, no, we're kind of here to shit on people.
We're shitting on the right people, though.
In
Yeah.
the word of Randy Marsh, what? I'm not allowed to do this? I thought this was a free country. I thought this was America.
Like, we're just giving our opinions about shit. Like, everyone has their opinions. This
I
is
love
our
a good
opinions,
debate.
us expressing them.
I love a good
Yeah,
debate.
if y'all in the comments, like, this is... I want to make this a free... Like,
No.
safe space, whatever, as fringy or whatever as that sounds. I want to make this a safe space to just have opinion shit.
Like, literally,
let your
you
opinion
can
out.
express that...
Don't give a damn what other people say.
No, exactly. Like, feel free to. And I'm sure one of us, whether it be if we have separate YouTube accounts / channels, or through the main channel, I'm sure one of us would honestly respond to you. Like...
Oh yeah, like, it'd be cool just to, like, chat about whatever, or, like, share opinions on stuff. But don't, like, it's as soon as it gets to a toxic point, it's like, what's your point?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Keep it, keep it clean, but express your opinion. We won't self-censor you. We won't delete your comment unless YouTube does it themselves. Which I think they do, but...
I say we should delete comments because there are people going around spamming stupid website links.
Yeah, those fuckers, yeah, we're gonna ignore you.
Like, cause I see a lot of, like, small channels getting comments from, like, a random thing where it's, like, 22 seconds, and then, like, a stupid thing to, like, single MILFs in your area or something.
Yeah. I take those comments with, like, a grain of salt. I'm like, yeah, okay. Alright, Owen, what were you thinking for the next episode of the podcast? Because we should probably get to wrapping this up. Because I want to have a vote so they know what the next episode's going to be about.
Sexism in the court system.
Sexism in the court system.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
That's a good...
No, that is a good one. That is.
I have a link, a perfect link to, which is exactly the reason why I want this topic. I found it while we were talking about EDP, and I was trying to find a meme. This happened in Canada.
What?
Court decided that it's not a pedophile charge because the predator was a woman.
Okay. No. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. No. This one's getting ripped a new asshole. Next week on Memelords versus Warudo, us versus sexism in the courts.
And this is why I daydream as much as I do, so I can
Stay away from this shit. No. Once a week we have to bring you to a dark place. Once a week we bring you to a deep dark place.
If me letting out my anger, I don't mind.
Whenever Suda notices us about to call, he has like a spidey sense. Oh shit, Moonman Owen or Ark's about to call me. Time to take a few rips.
Time to just
Time to take out my like strong fucking opinions about shit.
time to bust out the old opinion.
Time to take a few rips and think about deep, strong topics. To the toilet.
Oh Christ.
All right.
No, like I genuinely enjoy this because it lets me express like
No, exactly.
It lets me able to like get my anger and like opinions out.
Oh, I just started reading on it. This is possessive. The thing is also dangerous activity towards minors and about child porn.
I'm going to say one thing. I know this isn't the topic this week, but I'm going to put this out here, and I'm probably going to mention this again in the actual next week's podcast episode. How come media looks at, like, teachers, like, when they're predators, when it's a male teacher doing it to a female student, they're like, oh, gross, kill the man. But when it's a female doing it to a male student, they're like, oh, man, he's living every guy's dream.
Like, literally, news articles, the wording, male teacher takes advantage of female student.
It's never, you never see it vice versa.
Female teacher seduced male student. Like, it's the wording. It victimizes the man and makes the woman look like she was just letting a man live his dream.
Yeah. But that's next week.
Screw that.
That's next week. Next week, when we get enraged for the third week in a row, probably. I mean, my rage has been since episode 1. You guys have all kind of bottomed out. I mean,
No, I've had a few opinions here and there. I thought I brought a strong
I don't really have anything strong to say about COVID because my life wasn't affected too much.
Well, I mean, arguably neither were most of, like, either of ours. But, like, only our work, per se, was. I mean, like, I worked in customer service when this started. It was terrible. I had to listen to people say it was a government conspiracy. I had to listen to people bitch at how slow we were at Tim Hortons when there was literally only like 4 or 5 of us because literally nobody wanted to fucking work there. It was to the point where I was working so much overtime that they were overpaying me because nobody wanted to work. But I just saw it as an opportunity for free money.
This. I just sent a map of the states. That's how much custody time is split between the mother and the father. The percentage shown is the father's time with the child.
Yeah, that'll have to be it.
I mean, yeah. So join us next week when we
It's barely not at 22%.
to see 4 white men talk about something they have no idea about. But I mean, hey, we've been doing that since day 1. No, I completely No, I actually do have a few strong opinions about that too.
I have a lot of strong opinions. I've also experienced some sexism.
You're a man, you can't experience sexism.
Oh shit, I forgot the internet's golden rule.
Yeah, you little honky.
Rule 421. A man cannot experience sexism. That's immediately after Rule 420. Just get high and vibe.
Rule 34. If it exists, there's porn of it. Rule 35. If it exists, it's someone's fetish.
And rule, I believe it was like 177013. If it exists, there's an anime girl of it. And I believe the number it symbolizes is supposed to be Metamorphosis, which is the most cursed hentai manga of all time. And it's getting an anime.
What was?
So who's gonna watch that? So we're gonna watch that anime and review it when it comes out? Question mark. Nah, but we should probably wrap this up for real.
I think I just seen something that Joe Rogan's in some hot fucking water. I may want to touch on this, like, right now.
When isn't he?
Right now? What is it about?
His own views.
Oh, it was about It was about anti-vax. It was something to do with vaccination.
Controversial anti-vaccine comments. Oh yeah, he's fucking against vaccines as well.
He says he says
He said about the people who are.
no. Okay, this is what it says.
We have a good person with us.
He says, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, Rogan said. In fact, I still believe they're safe and I encourage many people to take them. My parents were vaccinated. I just said I don't think that if you're a young, healthy person, you don't need it. And honestly, I kind of see his point there.
Yeah. I can see a point he's trying to make.
I can see his point too.
Like, if you are healthy, why are you wasting your time getting the vaccine? Especially when older or even younger people need it more than you.
You should, like, be safe for the last kind of thing. Like, especially
Yeah.
if, like, healthy and everything. Like,
Exactly.
Be safe for last.
Exactly. So, Joe Rogan, you're still good in all of our books.
I'm okay with that.
You still love Joe Rogan.
We have been your 4 lovely hosts. Sign off in exact order. Or any order, I don't give a fuck.
Exact order.
Or any order, I don't give a fuck.
From
Live from a studio audience somewhere in Canada.
Somewhere, not sure where. It's your boy Suda, I'm heading out.
He's too stoned to be here.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go. My people need me.
Oh, bullshit. I've been Owen and I got more cringy stuff to watch than... Wow.
He's gonna go watch hentai as soon as this is done, I'm calling it. Or Dan versus. Or Dan versus, one of the two.
Yeah, it probably was gonna be Dan versus.
Join us next week when we take on another controversial topic and in our new favorite game, how fast can we fucking get demonetized?
Whoa, now we have to wait an extra 30 seconds.
Oh yeah,
Probably very fast.
shoot. Yeah, probably that, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want these assholes expressing their opinion on our platform.
We gotta wait 30 seconds again.
I'll just play some, like, chill music, like, right after, so it'll be fine! It'll be fine! Don't worry about it. Next week, forget about it!
Yeah, about it.
Join us next time. Feel
Watch that show.
Feel free.
Watch that show.
Okay, I guess they're going off on a tirade about a old Canadian cartoon that nobody fucking really remembers except for those two.
Okay.
Forget about it!
Forget about it.
No, but for real, feel free, if you want to comment down below what you guys think of this. Or even just to share your opinions on the episodes 1 or even 2. Or don't! I don't give a fuck.
I don't know, I think the guy who's a moon wearing a suit is pretty Mac tonight.
Ooh, baby, you know it. They call me the Mac Daddy for a reason. Go to McDonald's. Get.
You think McDonald's was opened by brothers Mac and Dick, so to think, now you could be eating a big dick right now.
Or, as I always called it, McDicks!
I think that's actually where the nickname McDicks comes from, because of the brothers
Maybe.
Mac and Dick.
Maybe. I'll just play that Michael Jordan clip where it tells you to stop it and get some help. Get some help.
Eat chicken Mac nuggets.
Only small size, only 10. And get small fry, just a small fry.
Small fry, get some chicken nuggets.
Next week, we go on another tirade. The week after that, maybe McDonald's.
Okay, bye-bye!
Bye! 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 Have a wonderful time!